Hey, hey, Periscope. Hey, hey, Facebook. All right, this is Dr. Duck Vuong, author of Ultimate Gastric Sleeve Success. Hi, Facebook. Hi, Periscope. Welcome, Courtney Ash, Deborah, Brian Taylor. Tap your screens for me. Give me a bunch of hearts. We're shooting for 4 million hearts. You can do the same thing on Facebook Live. You can... Here, Mona, put this into your little voice thing. There you go. My girl Mona's with me. Everyone say hi to Mona. Tap your screen. Hey, Robin Cox, Golden 3 Flower, RC Garcia, welcome in. Hi, Don Chavez, welcome back. All right, this is Real Talk with Dr. V. I'm a bariatric surgeon, director of bariatrics in Albuquerque, New Mexico. This is our 3rd video on ketones. If you haven't watched the first 2 videos, go back into Periscope and you rewatch the first 2 videos. Facebook Live, you can watch the first 2 videos on my personal Facebook page or Dr. Duck Vuong, the support surgeon. We're going to talk about ketones tonight and inflammation. If you're watching this on the replay, you can fast forward to about the 4-minute mark. That's usually about when I start the talk. Cool? All right. Love these. Hey, Elsa, welcome in. Robin Cox, thank you for inviting followers. Dr. Cosmides, thank you for joining in. Long time no see. Miss Antoinette, come on back. We miss you too. Hello. Carol, what's going on, man? Dallas is in the house. Awesome. Tap on the little white man in the corner, swipe up, share with Facebook, invite followers. This is our 3rd video on ketones. We're going to talk about ketones and inflammation. Who's on Facebook, Mona?
Nicole Shepard.
Nicole.
Katie, you know I can't
Leg band.
Yes.
Hi, Katie. What's going on? Good seeing you. You look fantastic today. Who else?
Stella somebody.
Stella.
Last name. Celia
Rodriguez. Hi, Celia. How are you doing? All my patients. Thank you very much. Hey, David. Hi. Thanks, everybody. Share this broadcast on Facebook. This is a very important series. They can watch the first 2 videos on my Facebook page. The first video was on the basics of ketones. Yesterday was about how ketones affect your body. Today is going to be about inflammation. Tomorrow, if I have time, or sometime next week, I'll talk about how you get ketones into the ketotic state. We're going to wait about 100 people to get into the Periscope, then we'll get started. What do you guys think of yesterday's talk? Give me an idea. I'm going to let you screenshot this real quick. This is my book, Ultimate Gastric Sleeve Success, right there. All right, that's me. That was back when I used to comb my hair back then. Here. Awesome. Don Chavez says it was awesome. Did you share it? If not, tell your people to share it for me. And tag people. Share this broadcast, tag some people on here for me. Good, interesting. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to let you screenshot yesterday's talk in case you forgot it. I'll move out of the way there. Take a snapshot of that. Mona's going to come in with Facebook Live. Take a snapshot of that because I'm going to erase this here in a second. Hey, you studied biomedical science. Very good. Thank you very much. I'm not going to go that deep into biomedical science. Hi, Lori Rios. You're looking great. Keep us up, Lori. I know you'll get your surgery date sooner or later. Okay, so remember, we're going to get started. Yesterday, 2 days ago, we talked about ketones. You have 2 energy sources. Your body uses either glucose or ketones. In low glucose states, your body switches over to ketones, which is a breakdown product of fat. All right, your body breaks down fat, converts it to ketones. Then these ketones are used by your brain, heart, and skeletal muscle. Okay, ketones can cross the blood-brain barrier, and they become fuel for your brain. And we all agreed yesterday we could all use more fuel for your brain. Amen? Amen? Amen. All right. There's some mother-in-laws watching this who need some ketones, more fuel for their brain. Amen?
Amen.
Amen. There you go. And the other point I want to point out is that it's a natural energy source. So when you have long periods where you don't eat, or you're on a low-carb diet, or you have strenuous, prolonged exercise, and glucose is scarce, your body will make ketones. This is very different than diabetic ketoacidosis, which is a bad condition. Diabetic ketoacidosis is where you have high glucose and high ketones. It makes you develop too high of an acid level in your body. You become real dehydrated. Okay, so everyone got this? I'm going to erase this. Man, Mona, my green does not erase. Telling you, girl. All right. So, this is the 3rd video. Watch the other 2 videos. Share the other 2 videos. I can't believe it. My first video from Tuesday has 6,000 views.
How many shares?
190 shares. Almost 200 shares. So fantastic, you guys are doing a great job. Now what today I'm going to talk about is ketones and inflammation. Okay? Okay? I'm going to give you a few tips, and we're going to just cut to the point, and then I'm going to have a short Q&A because I've got to get somewhere by 6 o'clock. All right? So you got inflammation. Now, all right. So let's say you have ketones in your body. That condition is called ketosis. All right. And we now have very good research that ketosis will decrease inflammation. Okay. Ketosis. It will decrease inflammation. Now, one more time. Where did ketones come from? So you have low glucose, free fatty acids, so it's from the fat. You know, in fancy language, you call it adipose tissue. But that's just a fancy way of saying fat. The fat comes out into your bloodstream, goes to your liver, makes ketones. Ketones go through your bloodstream, and they decrease inflammation. Now, what causes inflammation? They're called inflammatory factors. They are things, adipokines. I'm not going to use really big words, but a group of hormones or chemical signals called adipokines. Inflammatory factors, some of them are like interleukins, tumor necrosis factor, alpha, CRF. These are a few chemical signals, okay, signals that increase inflammation. These are inflammatory hormones. Does that make sense? Question: where do you think these inflammatory hormones are created? Anybody know? Where is interleukin? There's different types of interleukin 1s, 16s, 18s, a whole bunch of different interleukins. Tumor necrosis factor, CRF. Where do you guys think they're created? Anybody know? Any guesses on Facebook?
Nothing yet.
Nothing. Quiet, like crickets in here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. These, no, not the brain. These inflammatory signals are created in our fat. No, not pancreas, not stomach, not liver. It's your fat. They come from your fat cells. So when you have weight loss surgery, fat. So when you have weight loss surgery, you're losing your adipose tissue. And that's how obesity surgery helps with inflammation. But that's also how ketones help with inflammation. Ketones have been shown to decrease, the production of these signals. Does that make sense? It decreases the production of these inflammatory signals. All right? Now, that's number one. Number two, which is going to be important, okay? I want to be very specific on how I say this, all right? And I know I'm a doctor, but I'm not your doctor, okay? I'm not your doctor. This is not medical advice. So don't use this as medical advice, what you're watching on Periscope, what you're watching on Facebook Live, all right? Don't use this as medical advice. It's intended for educational purposes, maybe informational purposes, but not medical advice, all right? Now, I will tell you, this is my personal opinion, I think it's true, from what I understand, what I've studied, all diseases, this is a big thing. The cause of all diseases, anyone know? Cause of all disease is what? Inflammation. Bam! Someone repeat that for me. The cause of all disease is inflammation. Someone face that on Facebook Live. Cause of all disease is inflammation.
Kylie Buckley.
Thank you very much. Now think about this. It's true. when a cancer cell starts, there's a huge amount of inflammation. Heart attack starts because the tissue lining in your artery gets an injury. An inflammatory response builds up for your body to try to heal off that artery, and it creates a plaque. That's inflammation. Arthritis. Anything that has the word itis in it means inflammation. Arthritis is nothing more than the inflammation of your joints. Even if you call it rheumatoid arthritis, it's still some form of inflammation. All right? Hepatitis is an inflammation of your liver. Diverticulitis is an inflammation of that perforation around your colon from a diverticula. Hidradenitis, all right? Itis means inflammation. So the cause of all disease is going to be inflammation, I promise you. A hangover, inflammation of your brain meninges because you're out drinking too much. That's all that is, and dehydration, all right? So what we have to do is decrease the amount of inflammation in our bodies. And this is my last and final tip, 3. Decrease inflammation. And you can do that one of 2 ways. Okay? Decrease inflammation, one of 2 ways. The first thing you have to do, and I think this is the most important thing, is stop putting inflammatory shit in your body. Stop putting inflammatory stuff in your body. Now question, what's the most inflammatory thing you can do? Smoking. Highly inflammatory. Smoking is highly inflammatory. You can be all vegan you want. If you don't stop smoking, it's not going to help you. Which takes me to number 2. Diet. What you're eating is highly inflammatory. Bacon is highly inflammatory. Processed foods is highly inflammatory. Fast foods is highly inflammatory. All right? You got to stop pouring gasoline on the fire. So itis is inflammation. Inflammation means what? On fire. Now listen. Imagine this. Your house is on fire. Mona, your house is on fire.
Stop, drop, and roll.
A lot of hot firemen come in to put out your fire.
Stop and
The
watch.
fire trucks are coming, all these hot firemen that are half dressed, and nothing but suspenders coming out, and your house is on fire, and instead of putting fire out, what do you do to put fire out? Water. Instead of putting water onto your house, they start spraying it with gasoline. What would you say?
Why are you doing that?
You say, not my friggin' house. I know you're hot fireman, but you're crazy. Stop pouring gasoline on my fire. No, so does that make sense? So stop pouring gasoline on your fire. You got to. You got to stop drinking sodas. You got to stop smoking. You got to quit eating processed foods. You got to quit eating fast foods. Make sense? So stop adding the inflammation. And the second thing is now increase anti-inflammatories. Anti-inflammatories. So, what are things that are anti-inflammatory? How do you put out a fire, Mona?
Water.
You got water. You got fresh fruits and vegetables that has things like antioxidants. That's putting out the fire. Blueberries, raspberries, lettuces, salads, tomatoes, all sorts of nutritious stuff. You got to put that in. And now we have good science that shows what else. What else can we put in our bodies to put out the fire? Ketones. Right? So you can either get ketones to help put out the fire by going into a ketotic state. You do that by decreasing your processed foods, your carbs, your breads, your junk food. Okay? And then in the next few days we'll talk about the new hot products that are coming out on exogenous ketones, which mean exogenous means outside your body. So there are products that you can actually take and drink that will give you ketones just like you would eat blueberries. Think about these products as like blueberries. You would eat blueberries to put out the fire because of the anti-inflammatory properties. Same way you can take ketones. Or you can go into, take the Atkins diet and get into ketosis. All right?
Kelly
Okay?
Monroe says, what about ibuprofen?
We'll talk about that later. So, ibuprofen stops inflammation at one point along the inflammatory cycle. Ketones, water, fresh fruits and vegetables, antioxidants, blueberries affect your entire system, multiple streams, multiple pathways that interact instantly. But the first thing you got to do is stop adding the gasoline. Stop adding the gasoline, the inflammatories, okay? Does that make sense? Tomorrow's talk, I'm going to do it probably at 6 p.m. Kizzy, I'm going to talk about our body as a whole and how we need to repair it as a whole. Cool? All right. Did you guys like my talk? That's my talk. That's it. And I'm going to take 5 minutes for Q&A, so get your questions up and ready. Mona's going to be reading them. I'm Dr. Duc Vuong, author of Ultimate Gastric Sleep Success. I'm a bariatric surgeon, MD. MD, not a PhD, not a DO, an MD. All right? And you can check out the book on Amazon. I write a lot. I've got a book on Meditate to Lose Weight, Eating Healthy on a Budget, Big Ass Salad book. I got a Healthy Green Smoothies, 51 healthy green smoothies that you can add these anti-inflammatories into your diet by just doing my 51 green smoothies recipe. I do a green smoothie every day, single day. Cool? All right. And tomorrow's broadcast, I'm going to put it all together for you about how our body works as a whole. And then next week, I'll talk about a little bit more about ketones and ketosis, how we get into it. I'm going to step aside. I'm going to let you screenshot that. I want to come on in, let them screenshot that. All right. Share the broadcast for me on Periscope. Invite your followers. Thank you guys so much for the hearts. Tap your screens. Everyone give me 100 hearts. We'll get to 4 million, man. That's awesome. You can do the same thing on Facebook. Share this broadcast. You know, this was good info. I had a long day at the office. I could have said, you know, I'm a busy surgeon, but I didn't, did I? I came here because why, Mona? Why am I here on Periscope and Facebook Live?
Because you go above and beyond.
Oh, I like that. You know, because I care. You know, I want you guys to have a better life. Listen, our time on this planet is so short. You guys have no clue how fast your life goes. If we are lucky, you might get 80 revolutions around that sun. That's it. 80 revolutions around that sun. 80 times. I'm halfway through, sister. So it goes by way too fast, all right? So I don't want y'all to waste it. I want you to live a great, powerful life. Quit being sick. Quit saying I have fibromyalgia, which is nothing but an inflammatory state your doctors can't figure out. That's all fibromyalgia is. Don't believe that you're stuck with your arthritis. It can get better. All right, we'll talk about that in the next couple of days. Welcome. Thank you for caring. Thank you for watching. I couldn't do this if you guys didn't watch and share. My first video from Tuesday night has 6,000 views. Thank you for spreading the word. What percentage PFC do you recommend? I don't know what you mean by PFC. You're welcome. Carolyn Sons. Hey, sweetheart. I hope you're doing good. All right. Big B, always watching. Sherry Gay, I'm watching by the side of the road in a shady ass area, but I'm here. Sherry, get your butt home, girl. Any questions on Facebook?
I'm not even going to attempt to say his name or her name, but it says, which foods and fruits have high amounts of ketones?
You got to go back and watch your first and second videos, because your question shows me that you don't understand what I'm saying. There aren't ketones in fruits and veggies that you eat. Your body breaks down free fatty acids, or they're called medium chain triglycerides that will produce these ketones. Okay, so it's a natural process that your body breaks down fat to create your ketones. You're not going to get ketones in fruits and veggies. You can drive your body to produce ketones by cutting down your sugars, your glucose. So you got to eliminate your carbs, your simple sugars, your junk food. Okay, low glucose. Remember? I know it's a hard topic. I'm not here to belittle anybody. Or anything like that, so I don't mean to offend anybody, but that's,
He says he just tuned in, so.
Go back and watch the first and second videos. It's on my Facebook page, my personal page, as well as the support surgeon, Dr. Duc Vuong, the support surgeon. If you're on Periscope, you can also see it. the last few nights broadcast also. A couple questions. Percent protein, fat, carbs for ketosis. It depends on what your lean body mass is, how much muscle do you have, how much fat percentage you have, are you male, are you female, how old are you? So I can't give you a percentage. You just have to kind of be tested, all right? So, I like to block people on Periscope. It's like my favorite thing to do. It's just so good.
All right. We love your videos.
Oh, thank you so much. Who is it? What's his name? You gotta try.
Ziaz Aslam Khan. I'm so sorry.
God bless Mona. She's 6 foot tall, so I'm not gonna mess with her.
That's right.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. This is Dr. Duckbone. Appreciate y'all very much. Follow me on Facebook, see me on Periscope, Twitter. I'm on YouTube. I'm going to upload these videos on YouTube. I'm going to do a whole series on the sleeve. And you can watch my old videos on my YouTube channel. I open a new video every day. And I talk about deeper stuff, not health and wellness, but also the psychological sides of obesity. And also self-development stuff, improvement stuff, okay? So, love y'all very much. Thank you a lot. See you tomorrow. Bye.